Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. Holy camole, I saw a big green wick candle bar being printed in the Palantir Technologies after hours. And what we have here, had to get on the internet, look up the news, a $480 million contract that has been confirmed and awarded with the Army. And this is coming from an official Department of Defense website in terms of a source. We're going to be talking about this. And also, in addition, ladies and gentlemen, Palantir has established another major deal with Eaton. We're seeing a lot of bullishness that has just came into Palantir Technologies. We're going to be talking about this, especially what we're seeing in the after hours and what could be happening with trading starting tomorrow. Now, if you are a new or returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos, and of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Pop it up on the screen here. Right here from defense.gov, you have that Palantir was awarded a $480 million firmed fixed price contract for the Maven Smart System prototype. This bid was over the internet here with one received. Work locations and fundings are still going to be determined with an estimated completion date of May 28th of 2029. You see right here through the U.S. Army Contracting Command. In addition here, you have Palantir, strikes a new deal with Eaton, and they have had previous collaborations and partnerships with these two companies before, but they are now providing Eaton with its AIP, its artificial intelligence platform, announcing a new deal with this intelligent power management company. We have a lot to break down here. Specifically, where PLTR is trading right now is at 2140 in the after hours, up above 2% compared to where it actually closed on the trading day at 2094. We see Palantir that has really been trading sideways, holding at this critical level of support around the 20s. And we're seeing this reversal that has been triggered basically as we speak in the overnight, talking about possibly will we have a run up here to the mid-20s. Now, a big thing in terms of the general market is we're seeing a little bit of uncertainty and hesitancy with the upcoming PCE inflationary index that will be coming out on Friday. We have the Dow Jones right here that is leading to a little bit of a slide after we've seen Treasury yields that rattle nerves. Specifically, a spike in the Treasury yields right now is weighing on if we are going to see that first round of interest rate cuts. Right now, investors are basically pricing in about a 50% probability for those first interest rates cuts come September. But where we sit now, specifically, a big and a large change to that probability could likely occur come Friday after that PCE index gives us an idea of what's happening with inflation in terms of possibly cooling or holding those rates steady. However, coming in here to PLTR, and specifically with a $480 million contract on top of this Eaton contract right here, expanding its partnership, bringing artificial intelligence to its operations. And after, specifically here, this deal and this partnership that they've had before resulted in Eaton's supply chain issues and bringing resolutions to those. So they've had positive collaboration in the past right here in working to support Eaton's AI innovation process, creating physical results here for its idea. Now, this is great news across the board, specifically with PLTR, because what we see is they're really bringing utility in terms of artificial intelligence. Even though we've seen this pullback and PLTR that's kind of gone quiet ever since we saw their earnings that were reported, going basically here from the mid-20s up at 25. And we saw, I think what I would say in my opinion, a little bit of an over justification and dramatization in the actual pullback here after they changed their future guidance. PLTR right now has really been held by these large expectations, and expectations are sky high. Everybody is just predicting that Palantir is only going to increase in price. We're seeing a lot of hype and trendiness that is surrounding AIP. We've known this, especially looking at Palantir's growth within the last year. However, I think this cooling down was important, and especially when I talked about in yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, was that I predicted that Palantir was basically going to be trading sideways until we saw another big piece of bullish news that was going to bring a new round of momentum, buying energy into the stock, and a lot of hype. And that specifically happens right now. I mean, a $480 million contract. I think what we could possibly see here in terms of earnings per share revisions we could be seeing more in the bullish direction, especially here because August 7th is the next estimated earnings at 8 cents per share, and at 652 in terms of revenue. Revenue metrics could highly increase, especially when you're starting to see the resume that Palantir is continuing, not only in the commercial side of things like we see here with Eaton, but I also say continuing on with its credibility and its strong relationship with the government here, especially with a mega contract right here. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to be keeping track right here on what the Maven Smart System prototype is going to be doing. Once we get more details about the funding, work locations and stuff, Data Dispatch will be keeping you guys up to date on everything that I can physically get to you in terms of information. And I'm excited to see where Palantir does go now, because if we look at price targets right here, and specifically, like I said, mid-20s, I think is possibly where we could possibly see a run up. Now, this is going to be, of course, subject to the variable of that PCE, the Personal Consumers Expenditure Index, subject to that data that's going to be released on Friday. However, I think if we still see the continuation that possibly inflation is cooling, after we saw the April inflation report that was looking good, and specifically what we've seen, the booming of NVIDIA, that will also, in addition here, in the next few weeks, go through its 10-for-1 stock split, which means if you have one NVIDIA share, you will have 10, bringing more of affordability and attractiveness to potential customers. This is only going to increase the demand into what we're seeing in terms of the AI markets. And specifically with this AI boom, we're not seeing a lot of signs of slowing down. So right now where we sit, it's exciting times for PLTR. And I think this is probably one of the biggest contracts that I've seen them establish in recent history. And it'll be exciting to see in terms of what the bullishness will bring for PLTR, and also more trading volume that's going to be coming in. I think we're going to have a lot of people talking about this tomorrow. So get that on your watch list. Specifically, we'll be definitely making a video about what's happening with that. But what we see in terms of options, and why I'm talking about this, is because we're seeing a decrease in kind of the volume that we're seeing right now. Only about 24 million. So I think we're going to see a large influx of volume coming in here. That's my prediction, especially with a contract like this. And in addition, that's going to bring a lot more volatility. I want to know, what do you guys make of this contract? Especially, do you think this is going to be bullish? What's your prediction with PLTR trading? Do you think we're going to see buying momentum coming in here? Do you think we could see bearish momentum? And also, what do you think that PCE index and that data specifically, what kind of effect do you think that's going to have in the market? And also including with Palantir. There's a lot of questions here to be answered, but celebrating important milestones, and congratulations for PLTR for being awarded a mega contract. Have a great day. Take care, and I'll catch you guys later.